Went to shower this morning. I forgot my towel. Well, I'm here. Don't ask me how because I barely can keep my eyes open, but I will hope I don't jinx it now. But guess where I dropped the GoPro? Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I've had a pretty interrupted night. I think one of those flying creatures here, I still don't know what they are, has somehow magically ended up in my mattress. I heard for hours long zzz underneath my ear and I was like, what is that? I started to realize, like, okay, if it's not in my pillow because I have an inflatable pillow, then it must be in the mattress. So I just took out my flashlight and I searched the whole mattress, but I couldn't see anything. And then I went to shower this morning. I forgot my towel, etc. You know, it's just one of those mornings. First up of the day is the Lago di Resia, which has the sunken bell tower, pretty famous, and I will tell you all about it when I get there. I'm gonna leave the tent, everything here, travel light today, and yeah, we'll see where I can end up and what kind of situations I can get myself into today. Maybe another shoot with a nice car somewhere, you know. Yeah. Okay. Let's roll. So I have said goodbye to my neighbors and gave a big fat kiss to Bear, or actually he kissed me. I will first ride up as far as I can towards the Stelvio. That is the first stop. Ah, you see, here is the more iconic hairpins coming up. Whoa. Thank you. And that is what you get on the Stelvio a lot during July, August months. So I'm very happy I am riding here now. I don't know if you know those videos of, you know, people also like falling down in the corners. That is actually my worst nightmare, to just tip over in a hairpin. And that is such a thing here. You really have to be so careful in every corner because it is a technical pass. And if you are not used to hairpins, then you should really get some experience in before getting on this hairpin road, or see it as a good practice. But you see, this is where they close it. Okay, that's less far than I thought, but it's okay. Like I said, I've ridden there a couple of times. Then I'll just backtrack a bit and go to the Resia lake. Yeah. It's also really nice from here. will be back. I will document the Stelvio in one day, in its total, and I will show you one day. That's a pinky promise. Look at this. What the... There were hundreds of bones in that garden. For some reason it is just always busy here. I've never had that I've ridden here that it was nice and quiet. Always a lot of traffic. Now that is much better. Even with my helmet closed, my eyes and nose are itching. Phew. This is not funny. My eyes! Oh. Get ready for a whole bunch of tourists. It's not that bad this time. Welcome at the Russian Lake. Well, I'm here. Don't ask me how, because I barely can keep my eyes open, but... Oh, man. Hey, it's like the weather and I are syncing. I will try to do my best to give you some background info about this strange tower sticking out of the water. So the 16th century Romanesque bell tower of the parish church of the village of Graun, now submerged in water, is a reminder of the tragedy that took place here in 1950, when the reservoir dam was built at the cost of the sacrifices of many farming families who had lived here for centuries. So basically what you see is the only tower that survived. For the construction of the dam in front of Saint Valentin, the level of the original natural lakes of Reschen and Graun was raised by 22 meters. And with that, a reservoir was created with a stunning capacity of 120 million cubic meters of water. 72 families with around 500 people had to leave the native land, and the rest of the inhabitants resettled in villages around. So it's actually a pretty sad story that because they wanted to build the dam, I think that is the one that you saw at the beginning, that they had to sacrifice a whole village. Yeah, and now this is the only thing that's left. So it's a pretty weird sight, and it's a pretty world famous sighting as well. I have actually never been on this side. I never took the effort of walking around and having a different view on the lake. The color of the water is more vivid. The green in the back is more vivid, and just the overall picture is very colorful. It's not even like what, 15 minutes? It's 10 minutes if you walk normally, not wiggle like me. But yeah, it's actually a pretty nice viewpoint from here. Okay, now I changed. Well, no, I didn't change my planning actually. Seeing this guy and knowing that I still have to ride 1.5 hours to get there, I will make it to the final destination of today and also of the trip. It's maybe not a surprise. I'm going back to the Stelvio because I just really want to make a final time lapse on top. And after that I will have to ride back for 1.5 hours to the campsite. So let's hope it's worth it. Oh, I'm so happy my eyes are a little bit back to normal. Maybe I should protect them. It might be a wise decision. It's funny to notice that everything that I shoot now is so much more structured than how I did my last trip. I just cannot wait to start editing. I already know how many nice things I have. And I mean, this is the last episode, so you have seen hopefully all. But it's just really nice to notice that I am getting more into a flow of how I can do everything. And it takes less time, less effort. So it's really more efficient this way. We are back on the Umbrail. Want to shoot myself in the foot, but exactly on top of the Stelvio there is blue sky, while everywhere around me it's like very hazy and cloudy still. So can I have some luck today, please? I will hope I don't jinx it now, but I just really hope it stays like this. I have to ride this one back tonight, in the dark probably, back to my campsite. I think I will be blasting my auxiliary lights in full swing.
All the more reason to take a last good look at the Umbrail hairpins.
Is the sun coming out? What is this? I only need to find a good spot now. And in my mind that would be the I-JINXED all the way on the top, but I have no idea how steep the climb up is. Welcome at the Stelvio at 7 o'clock. Oh, it's all closed? Oh, this is so weird. There's like a few people here. There, down below, is where I stood this morning. If I were to just crossing here, I would be down in like 20 minutes. I saw people walking up there yesterday, so it should be accessible, but how, you know? What am I gonna do? Well, I guess that's not gonna happen then. As if I wasn't already in enough time need, I forgot to put on my fucking microphone. So I'm gonna keep this real short because I want to use that camera for that time lapse. I missed a lot of passes that I actually wanted to ride, but it has been so incredible to be back in the Dolomites and to document it all and having the time this time around. And I'm just looking at the mountains here, and like sitting on top of the mountain now might seem absolute crazy because it's cold and it's windy, but this for me, it's not the most iconic place, but it is where I end my trip, and so I was determined to get a time lapse of the Stelvio. I stood up there, but it was so cold, so you have to do with a viewpoint this direction with electrical wiring, etc. through the shot. But you know what? This whole trip, nothing has gone according to plan. I have had to make adjustments like every night, and it is okay, but it was also kind of not exhausting, but also just annoying at some point. I think this is maybe a good sign to shut that one off, really enjoy the view, cook myself some dinner, and put on the time lapse. Guys, I'm getting goosebumps. I don't want to cry. I haven't cried that much this trip, I must admit. So maybe I am not that big crybaby anymore. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in a new series. I'm gonna hurry because the lighting is almost gone, and I will see you in the new episodes. Ciao. Guess where I dropped the GoPro? I am so fucking happy that it has been snowing. Holy shit. Okay, now I need to get out of here.
Because of that snow, it prevented my GoPro from falling down hundreds of meters. And while I was reaching for it and climbing back up, I spotted the sun setting in an even more beautiful spot, and I decided to move.